Thank you. I'd like to thank the Conference Planning Committee for inviting me here also. This is my first time in China, and I have totally thrilled to be here. I've enjoyed the culture of the country already and met some amazing people, and I look forward to the next few weeks that I have here. I like to think of the Society of Wood Science and Technology, or SWST, as a bridge linking academia, community, industry, and government. We have the mission and vision that you see here. Our vision to be the world leader in advancing the profession of wood science. And then the mission to provide the service to our members, develop, maintain, and promulgate the educational, scientific, and ethical standards to define the profession, advocate the socially responsible production and the use of wood and lignocellulosic materials. Our society is an international organization, but we also do have more domestic members, North American members, than we do international. And it's made up of people who have to qualify for membership based on their education or their work experience in the wood science field. And we also have student, you can be a student who's in that field but progressing toward a degree. The society has 5 purposes. The first is to develop, maintain, and communicate the unique body of knowledge distinctive to wood science, lignocellulosic materials, and their technologies. The main way we develop and communicate this knowledge is through a journal. We produce a quarterly journal called Wood and Fiber Science, and it started in 1968 and publishes papers on research dealing with all aspects of wood science. Another thing that we do besides the wood and fiber science, we do publish some proceedings. As you see, that cellulosic cell wall characterization proceedings we held in 2003. We have a bi-monthly newsletter that we have for our members so that our members can stay in touch with current issues in their fields and what other members are doing in the fields, and then also announce upcoming events. The next purpose is to promote policies and procedures which assure the wise use of wood and lignocellulosic materials. Third purpose is to assure high standards for professional performance of wood scientists and technologists. The main way we carry out this purpose is through our accreditation process. Our accreditation, we have accreditation teams that go in to the universities to evaluate their professional programs leading up to a bachelor's level degree. We've also established a code of ethics that we give to our members and let our members use, that they can evaluate, or that they can decide how to conduct themselves in their professional business. Our next purpose is about fostering quality educational programs at all levels of wood science, lignocellulosic materials, and their technologies. The education, this is where our education focus is, and we've developed 2 teaching units that, they're the yellow, things that are in yellow here. Those 2 teaching units are available on our website, and they are meant to talk about wood, its properties, give some ways to demonstrate the activities, and they're meant for elementary, high school, and actually public at large can learn from those items. They're very well done and very detailed. Teachers can use them in their classes. And our last purpose is to represent the profession in public policy development. Through this particular purpose, we provide science-based information to the policymakers and to the public through our policy statements. One of the recent ones that we had was about the national need for forest products research. Art Brunner talked about how the funding, government funding and other funding in the U.S. is down for this area, and so we were trying to tell the policymakers that there was a need for this. And from this statement, the U.S. government did a study from our government accounting office, and they came through to hopefully we'll get more money for the at the federal level to do this research. And the second one, we've just finished a policy statement on life cycle inventory data and assessment to reduce environmental burdens. We have a very small membership at this point, 383. You can see the distribution of the types of people that are in our society, and the academic field is the most prevalent. The society offers many different benefits and services. One of the things that I have for you out on the hallway by where you first came in is our new brochure, membership brochure that we finished this a couple weeks ago, that talks about everything about the society, explains all the benefits, and has a membership application form right here that you could fill in and send in to us. So Art was right, I would have that. We have a website at www.swst.org, and on that we have a variety of information that you can go to and find out more about our society, see when meetings are coming up. We have job announcements, resume postings, and many other different pieces of information there for our members to use. We will be, there'll be the login little spot there. We're starting something new in July. Our journal, I forgot to say that, the Wood and Fiber Science Journal, members will have a free access electronically to all issues of our journal since 1968. And so they will be able to go in and browse that and download PDF documents of those. The public will also be allowed to go in to see the documents for most back issues, well, other than the current issue, but they will pay a fee for each use that each article that they'd like to have. That's been something we've been working on for a long time to get that available, and it'll be available in July. We host meetings every year. Our next meeting is coming up very soon. I'm home one day before I go to the next meeting. So our annual convention is in Knoxville, Tennessee. We're going to be talking about advanced analytical techniques for wood and biomass. And our next year's meeting, 2008, which have these brochures out there also, announcing the meeting and the topics. This is our attempt, because we recognize, as Tony happens to be on my executive board too, but we recognize that the society is not an truly international organization, and so to reach more people and more members across the world, we've just made an executive decision that every other year we will host our annual convention in a different country, and then on the odd-numbered years will be in the U.S. So this will be our first international meeting. It's going to be held November 10th to the 12th in 2008, and co-sponsored by Universidad de Bio in Concepcion, Chile. So we're looking forward to that and hoping some people might be interested in coming to this from this conference. We will be talking about international wood supply issues, global trade in forest products, wood quality, and secondary processing of timber. Thank you. 谢谢。
Okay, we have plenty of time for questions. So,
Can you tell me what's the total number of the membership, the members in your society? The total number, yeah. Yeah, do you have any idea about the total number of the FPS? Yeah.
We have 383 right now, members of our society.
Yeah, to my understanding, those two societies are holding the conference almost at the same time.
How many of our members are FPS members?
Yeah.
I think we looked at that one time. We have probably 80% of our members are also FPS members. But we do have some exclusive SWST that are not FPS.
To my understanding, those two societies are holding the conference almost at the same time.
That we have always done that in the past.
Yeah.
And this year, our conference on June 10th is the day before the Forest Products Society meeting. However, in the years that we go internationally, we will be hosting our meeting ourselves. It was a decision that we made, so that will not be hosted with the Forest Products Society.
My last naive question. So, probably in the future, probably the society are going to merge.
Will societies merge? Well, that's really not a good question. We've had people talk about merging the societies for as long as they've been involved. Initially, the Society of Wood Science and Technology was formed in 1958. The members in the Forest Products Research Society at that point, there were a group of 50 members, we have 50 charter members, that came together and decided that they were looking for, well, their little quote was, "Where is the research in the Forest Products Research Society?" So their point at that point was that professional researchers, they felt that they needed to have their own professional organization. Forest Products Society is a technical organization. You do not need to have any qualifications specifically to be a member of that organization. So that's how it formed. I don't think it will ever go back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You publish very good journals. Do you have any plan to subsidize the publishing fee of research papers? You know, you take a lot of money for publishing articles, research papers in those journals. So do you offer any subsidy for developing countries, or it is the same?
No, we have a limited number of grants per year that we offer to individuals or countries that we feel the research qualifies to be in the journal, but perhaps the organization does not have funding in their particular university, so they can work with our editors, and we have a small amount that can be in there, but it's not impossible, so you just have to apply and ask for that information.